finding myself.
In the Bible, especially in Luke chapter 8, verses 14 to 15, it says, "Now the ones that fell among thorns are those who, when they have heard, go out and are choked with cares, riches, and pleasures of life, and bring no fruit to maturity. But the ones that fell on the good ground are those who, having heard the word with a noble and good heart, keep it and bear fruit with patience." Growth requires an honest and noble heart. We deceive ourselves through rationalizations and justifications, allowing our appetites to overwhelm what we know is true. Sin engulfs the mind with a cloud of alibis and cover-ups to hide from ourselves the wrongness of what we do. Sin promotes twisting and distorting of truth. We reason, this isn't so bad. I'll do it just one more time. I'm too weak. God will just have to take me as I am. God will just have to do it for me. We have all reasoned ourselves into transgressing. Have we been deceived into thinking of sin only in the sense of breaking one of the 10 Commandments? While sin is the transgression of the law according to 1 John 3:4, its biblical usage is much broader. When we fail to think of sin in its broader sense, we stumble into a trap. It is far better to think of sin as falling short of the glory of God. The central concept of sin is failure. Failure to live up to a standard, God Himself. The glory of God includes His attitudes, intents, and His very thinking processes, all of which produce the way He lives. For us to fall short in any of these areas is missing the mark. Sin. We are deceived, lured into actually transgressing through neglect, carelessness, laziness, irresponsibility, ignorance, bullheadedness, fear, short-sightedness, and ingratitude for forgiveness and the awesome potential that God has freely and graciously handed to us on a golden platter of grace. We are detoured from progress to holiness and are enticed into sin by failing to see God and by not considering seriously the subtle influences on the fringes of actual transgression of the law. At the foundation of both spiritual and physical health is how we think and what we think about. In James chapter 1 verses 13 to 16 confirms this. "Let no one say when he is tempted, I am tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does He Himself tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and enticed. Then when desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it's full grown, brings forth death. Be not be deceived, my beloved brethren." The way to stop sin, as well as to improve health, is to change our thinking. Between what God does and what we should do, we can do it. Lastly, in Philippians chapter 4, verse 13 says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And this can bring us into a real conversion.